Wait, when Parvati covered Shiva's eyes, the whole universe stopped breathing. Not in some poetic way, in a literal, terrifying way, like a lamp snuffed out mid-prayer. They were on Kailash, where the snow is not cold, but clean, where silence feels like a hymn. Shiva sat in that effortless stillness of his, ash on his skin, matted hair holding a river, a calm so deep it can make love feel shy. And Parvati, daughter of mountains, wife of the wild, watched him watch everything, as if his gaze alone kept the worlds stitched together. She had been teasing him, like any wife who wants her husband to come back from infinity and be present in the room. "You sit as if nothing can move you," her eyes said before her lips did. And Shiva smiled, the kind of smile that says, "I know your storms and I adore them." So Parvati stepped behind him and, half play, half test, placed her palms over his eyes. But here is where it gets impossible. The moment she blocked his sight, the sun forgot how to rise, fires forgot how to burn, birds froze mid-flight like the sky had turned into stone. Down in villages, mothers clutched children because even the wick in their lamps refused to catch. Darkness didn't arrive. Darkness won. Parvati felt it instantly, the way the air changed, the way the universe trembled like a heartbeat stalling. This wasn't romance anymore. This was consequence. She snatched her hands back, breath tight in her throat. "Shiva, what happened?" And Shiva, still calm, opened his eyes as if opening the doors of reality again. Light returned in a rush, like the world exhaling after nearly drowning. He didn't scold her. That's what makes it scarier. He only looked at her with that patience that can hold galaxies and pain. "Devi," he said softly, "you covered the eyes that keep the worlds awake." Parvati's pride, her playful defiance, cracked into something raw. Because it wasn't only the worlds that had gone dark. For one horrifying breath, she realized she didn't fully know the weight of the one she loved. And then, everything changed. Parvati refused to let it end as an accident. She would not be the cause of darkness and walk away with only embarrassment. She turned that guilt into tapasya, into grind, into fire. If Shiva's gaze is what keeps the world alive, then she would build a light of her own. She went into austerity with a determination that sounds modern, like a woman tired of being underestimated, tired of being told love is enough without labor. She sat through heat, through storm, through hunger that makes the mind hallucinate. She let her own body become the offering. And as she prayed, something else was born. From her sweat, from the intensity of her effort, a being formed. Not an abstract metaphor, a presence. A fierce, immediate existence, like devotion taking shape because it refuses to stay invisible. Parvati looked at that being and understood the twist the universe had placed in her hands. If one touch can bring darkness, then one devotion can create protection. If her moment of play had risked everything, then her moment of discipline would guard everything. She returned to Kailash, not as a girl who tested a god, but as a mother of power, a wife who had met the consequences and answered them. Shiva watched her approach, the same Shiva who can swallow poison and burn desire to ash. Yet in that moment, his gaze softened, not because he became smaller, but because she became vast enough to stand beside him. And the sacred reveal is this: Parvati didn't learn, "Don't touch Shiva's eyes." She learned what it means to love someone whose presence is not casual. Love isn't only closeness, it's understanding. Love is learning the scale of the one you're holding. So when you feel ashamed of one mistake, when you fear you ruined everything with one careless moment, remember Parvati on Kailash. She didn't deny what her hands caused. She turned it into tapasya. And that is why her love doesn't just sit beside Shiva. It keeps the world from going dark again.